Alright, let's talk about human reproduction. Okay, so imagine if the soul that comes into the womb, okay, it could either, I don't know, be masculine or feminine, okay? So it's going to, like, literally a one-dimensional line is going to be sticking into the circle to release a one-dimensional line with a dot, like a little sperm, into the circle. It's gonna send a one-dimensional line connected to a zero-dimensional singularity into a one-dimensional line circle to create life of humans. So maybe that's why that's I from the capstone down would be the bottom part, and that would be the dot. Does that make sense? You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have a 6, but the eye is upside down, and that would look like a 9. That would be your 9. Or no. Whatever. Ninth letter of the alphabet, I. Anyways, your seed, masculine seed, goes in, lines up with light coming in, which dictates a V, okay? Which dictates literally a V. You gotta make the V. Into here, and this is just gonna be inside here, the dot is literally gonna be a little V, which makes your X. Okay, this right, okay, if this is the whole 8 by 8 by 8 cell, this would be the heaven, let's say. That would be your black hole, so this should be your circle, okay. That would be a wheel, which means that masculine energy comes, like, let's say, current. Current comes from the spinning wheel. And here's where the rings of heaven, the 3 rings, X, Y, Z, and the 2 rings for your 2 eyes, are charged with 117 volts and 219 volts, insulated from each other, but shorted via water into one. Current, you know, amps. Symbol for current is I. The 9th letter of our alphabet, which is just an upside down 6. Because cellular math dictates you have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, and 6. Power is equal to V I, and the unit for power is W A T T S, watts. Okay, so not only is this symbolic of masculine energy, wheels are in motion, big wheels keep on turning, impregnating female energy via a one-dimensional line that's probably like squiggly, like a sperm tail, like maybe 5 pi over 2. Let's go with 5 pi over 2. Yeah. Okay. To create energy or life. You know, if it's a boy, it'd be great because we'll be able to help dad with chores on the farm. And if it's a girl, it's great because mom will have a buddy doing chores. All around of life. Okay? It's kind of funny that men usually went to work, but now these days, women have to be in the workplace again. So we're both working, okay? The UN map logo is spinning because of the eddy current producing by the perpetual motion. Anyway. And if we rotate the crap inside the walls of the beach ball, that's working. So we're both going to work. Because, a woman's job of taking care of the babies and the home and connecting the dots, that's not respected by people. They have to embrace all of this and this these days. But men should also embrace a little bit of both, right? Like, everyone should work and everyone should take care of the home and the babies. Wow. So, the allegory is, if light comes into the firmament rings of heaven, one is a spherical container of liquid water, salt water, but the axles going through it provide points for water to escape, which is collected in a reservoir firmament with tubes that go back up to here. And since all of this is be pressurized in a vacuum under the water, and everything's spinning, and when equilibrium is reached, there'll be eddy currents, which will open up wide, so that water will cease to escape from the holes of the 14 axles in the first sphere. And the second sphere will collect what is going to collect and keep an equilibrium. Because once you fill up with water, I guess you plug it with no, you don't plug it. You need air to come in. So yeah, the big giant 17 row by 9 column P power is equal to V I. and current's unit is amps. Wow. And volts are obviously in voltage, voltage, volts. Wow. Wow. Okay. So that's how it works. So, inside, again, heaven, the sphere. Inside heaven, you have an eyeball, and that eyeball is the blue eye of a giant. The iris is where masculine energy comes from, with an allegory to the spinning wheels of the entire cellular energy device. Now, masculine energy is attracted to female energy to create life, or power, is equal to V I, and that life will either be masculine or feminine energy based on the cells and the light that makes up those cells and how it passes through the actual physical model, which is all related to the constellations and mapping out where the hole is inside heaven. Oh no, there's a hole in the ozone layer, guys. Let's lose our minds. And there's 14 needles jabbing our eye that are being twisted. Yeah. Anyways, so this is a womb, okay? Heaven is a womb where both boys and girls are created. And they might come from Mars and Venus. Mars and Venus, but they are connected via a V. 13's just a 5. It's a 3, 4, 5. 8V, 110. Mars, Aqualife, Venus, cattle. Aphrodite, Mars, the god of war. Wow. You live you live in Earth. These aren't really connected this way. I guess it's the heart, it's the arrow going through the heart. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. It's going through and up the heart. The heart is fitting in between the 8 and the 110. The arrow goes in here. Let's say on your left, if you were God, I'm saying, the left of the heart of God and the right of the heart of God. So it goes through the left towards the middle. You know, Mandela effect, hasn't our heart moved from the left side of our body more towards the middle? Isn't that weird? In every movie ever made, they always cover the left side of their chest when they're holding their hand on their heart. But no, of course, it's always been in the middle of our chest. So why do they do that? There you go. Boing. Got a boner. Anyways, that's creation of life. That's creation of power. That's creation of energy. It's creation of power, energy. Anyways, it's a potential motion being transferred to kinetic motion and resistance, friction. A mechanical device that would imagine there'd be swirling floaty bits and submerged cellular bits. There'd be a balance. Oh, Eddie! Oh, Eddie! Eddie Murphy, stand-up comedy. That Kevin James sitcom, IMDb link, I clicked on that. He's wearing a shirt called, a baseball team he plays for, I guess, called the Eddies. Like the eddy current here and the eddy current here. You know, both eddy currents and the axle. Eddy currents. The epicenter of the eddy current black hole is connected via one-dimensional line axle to eddy currents being generated by magnetism and copper. Okay, I don't research what other people do because they're wrong. Okay. The universe is not in the eyeball. That's the galaxy. You are the universe. You were birthed in a womb of heaven, and then you fell to earth, which means the walls, when you were born, either here or here, you know. Maybe this is exactly mapped inside there. It's a projection. It's a projection of a 76. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to end this. It's nuts. Yeah, dogs. Cats and dogs, guys. Cats and dogs.